You turned down a free scone? I could arrest you right now, Zara, because clearly you've had some sort of psychotic episode. No one in their right mind turns down a scone! That woman has quite a presence, doesn't she? She interrupted me mid-conversation, and all I could do was just stand there.
That's a mythological for you. She scares me.
So, if only one of you works at a time, why are you both here tonight? And why have I only ever seen one of you up until this moment?
I got the roster wrong. I told you I was going to work tonight. You should have called me beforehand. I said I was sorry.
Okay, but that still doesn't answer my question. We've got the two of you, we've got the whole place on lockdown, and no one noticed that the two of you were walking around. Was one of you hiding somewhere this whole time? And if so, where?
Do we saw her? Of course we saw her. I don't want to go to Gao. We need to cooperate.
What are you showing?
We discovered this by completely accident. One day I was cleaning this bookshelf and I accidentally bumped this book and...
Secret tunnel.
Secret ta-da!
Ah, why is it dark? And why is the floor moving?
Through the mountain. Turns out Reginald LaCastro was a bit of an eccentric billionaire. He built secret passageways all over the mansion. There's at least one in every room of the house. Ta-da! Now we are upstairs.
Holy shit.
If you rotate that globe to the right there, a little passageway opens up behind it. Well, follow me. And now we're in the kitchen, where we belong. Ah, a dead body. That was the same scream I made.
Oh, we should get out of here. The dead body. Ah.
Good idea. His face is so bloody. Just look away, Millie. Just look away.
So, this mansion has dozens of secret passageways?
How many have we found so far? 7? That's just inside the house. We found one out near the driveway the other day that goes to a secret garage. I think there's still more of them, but we just haven't found them all yet. Reginald the Castro is dead now though, so unless Evelyn knows about them, and I guess there's a secret now. We just got lucky in finding the first one, and then we knew what to look for.
So, as far as you're aware, the two of you are the only ones using these secret passageways?
Yep, except for all the footprints we keep finding that are new. Actually, I think someone else was using the secret passage system this evening. What? Someone else knows about our secret?
What makes you think that?
I was upstairs when I heard Trixie scream, so I took the secret passageway through the kitchen to check if she was okay, and in the passageway that linked the grand hall to the kitchen, I found this on the floor.
Is that a pocket watch?
Yeah, and it doesn't belong to either of us. Someone else was in the secret passageway system tonight. Ah, I thought we were the only ones who knew. It's freaky, right? There's no lights in there. How scary would it be if we bumped into someone in there? Hell, the murderer could still be in there waiting for us. Ah.
Stop screaming and give me the pocket watch.
It's a good face, by the way. Here you go.
Damn it. You picked this up when you found it, didn't you, Millie?
Yeah, and I put it in the front pocket of my dress.
Your dress is made of silk. When it's bounced around in your pocket, it wiped it down clean. I can't get any fingerprints off this.
Minnie! Well, how was I supposed to know that? I thought that might be yours. Why would I carry a pocket watch? I can just look at my phone.
Well, this does complicate things.
Victor Von House. Or Hector, I forget his name.
Yeah, he
Do,
seems like a pocket watch kind of guy.
do you need anything else from us?
I've just got one question for you.
Oh,
Have the two of you at any point in time ever been involved in the production, distribution, or commercial sale of the illegal narcotic Minix?
Minix? That's that thorny stuff all those druggos down at the boardwalk take, isn't it? No, we are tiny. We are doing the cocaine.
Just the small stuff.
The small stuff. We're not drug lords. We're maids. We clean rooms for a living. Maybe some of the guests take Minix, but I've never tried it, and I certainly never sold it. I haven't even tripped marijuana. Tripped? Tried. You do get drunk a lot, though.
Yeah, that's relatable.
Oh, I like, are y'all any different? Drink to that.
So, neither of you are involved in the illegal drug trade.
Not unless you count being a cute-ass fucking maid illegal.
Well, you know, maids are kind of like drugs.
Like I said, we're just maids. We're not murderers or drug traffickers. We were just running a work scam. Not even a good one, apparently.
Thanks for your cooperation, girls. I appreciate it. If I need anything else, I'll let you know. What? Seriously? Well, that's horrifying.
Is something going on? Tell me what Captain Nekorai is saying.
In a minute, Holly. I'm talking.
But I want to know now.
No, we haven't seen anything suspicious. We've got our guns on us, though. Oh, that's like the other girl's voice. Fuck. They're really similar, actually. Want us to move in and secure the area. Pandarai? Alright, understood. We'll stay in the area. Let us know if you need anything.
What did he say?
Apparently, there's been a murder inside the mansion.
Ah, not the cute maid.
It wasn't one of the maids, it was the elderly butler. Someone stabbed him with a samurai sword in the kitchen.
Oh, that's fine then. Well, I mean, I know it's not fine, but at least it wasn't a cute little maid girl that died. You get what I'm saying?
I offered to move in, but apparently Pandarai just so happened to be staying at La Castro Manor this evening, so he's taken over the investigation. Convenient timing, huh?
Almost a little too convenient if you ask me. But then again, if we were in there, we would know that he just wants to watch the fucking ball game on the titty.
That's true. It certainly seems a bit fishy.
Don't say the fish word, Amber. You're making me all hungry.
Trout. I thought you hated seafood. We went out once years ago and you outright refused to try calamari rings, even though they taste amazing. I still don't understand that.
Yeah, but I'm a cat girl now. I like different foods. I actually tried calamari rings the other night. They're really good, although they're pretty much a deep-fried batter delivery device. It's like 90% batter and 10% octopus.
Have you tried eating cat kibble yet?
What? No.
I bet you've at least thought about it, though.
Well, I mean, if you say the word pink elephant, you're gonna think about a pink elephant now, aren't you? I saw some in the store the other day and it smelled really good. But I'm not gonna eat it. I'm a cat girl, not a cat. It is really cheap, though.
I give it a week until you're eating cat kibble. If I was a cat girl, I'd give it a go.
Oh, you should become a cat girl. You look so great with cat ears.
I can't. Remember, I've got that magically resetting body. I'd spend a couple grand on a kimono procedure, and then 20 minutes later I'd be back to my regular self.
Oh, yeah. That sucks. Wait, what were we talking about before?
Oh,
Oh, there was a murder in the mansion.
We get off topic too easily.
Yep. Hey, look, it's Goku and Dog.
I wonder if I'd like spicy foods now. You know, because of the flame powers.
I guess that makes sense, you know. Not really.
Those two girls could be lying about their involvement with Minix production, but Naruto definitely said she saw a woman wearing a hazardous chemical suit when she picked up her drugs here. If it's not the maids, then I suppose it has to be Evelyn?
It's Becky.
Natara said the silhouette didn't match Evelyn's physique though. Her super long neck is pretty distinctive.
Did they point out in World about the long neck before?
I'm not
I
sure.
can't
If they
remember.
have, but she's got a fucking dumbass long ass.
But yeah,
fucking
anyways,
giraffe neck.
no, it's Becky. Remember, she was on the drug train.
That's true. She was on the drug train.
He was heavily stopping us from going downstairs in the drug train.
Yeah, but we don't know that
No,
because that was Holly and Amber on their
they
train adventure.
filed a report and more than likely had to say we were stopped by this person for very long.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, that's a very distinctive point in the case. So they
I
would.
don't know if Max is smart enough to put that together though.
I don't know if he's smart enough to have read the case files of his peers. Yeah, you're right.
That's also a good point. I can figure out that mystery later. Right now, I need to focus on finding who murdered the butler and why. If there's
Good
secret
Japanese sword in
passages
the kitchen.
place, then that means the murderer could have moved between any two rooms in the house in less than a minute, and they wouldn't have to worry about anyone seeing them. You could flee the scene in an instant. If all it takes is a 60-second window to kill the butler, then I can't take anyone's alibi for granted anymore. I'm gonna need to focus my investigation on something else. This was clearly a planned murder, which means the murderer had to have had some personal history with the butler. I need to start questioning people about their knowledge of the butler, and look for any stalls in their story.
Holes?
Holes?
Holes.
Holes. In the story.
I heard you say stoles.
Stalls. More like voles.
Anyways,
That evil twin thing threw me for a loop, and I still think Alfred was behind this whole thing. But at least it's not. At least I'm getting somewhere. And as interesting as this pocket watch is, without fingerprints, it's not exactly useful as evidence. Looks like I'm back to questioning people again. Now, where should I start?
exactly where you are.
Well,
Let's just talk to the mates again, just to
Alright.
get them over with.
girls, you got a second?
Yeah, just let me quickly call out my lawyer. What do you need?
I've got a feeling the two of you aren't telling me the full truth.
We totally are, though. Yeah, we haven't lied at all.
I've got reports from an unnamed source that the two of you very often accept bribes while you're working here. I can't reveal my source, but they mentioned the mains at the Castro Manor were involved in shady activities.
Bribes? Oh, she must be talking about Mr. Rockaville's escort service. Oh, that's right.
Well, that was easy. Escort service?
The butler that was murdered. He used to work part-time as a male escort. People would often come up here to see him in the middle of the night, and he asked her to accept payment from them before letting them into the mansion.
Huh.
At least, we think it was an escort service. He was really angry about it and threatened to fire us if we told anyone. We kept seeing a guy who appeared to be perpetually dancing in a flamboyant fashion. Oh no, it's dancing guy.
It all makes sense.
It's all
It all
coming
comes back
together.
around.
It's the only explanation that makes sense.
I think I know who that might be.
There were all sorts of guys coming over, and sometimes it'd be every second night. I don't know why Mr. Rockaville was so popular with these men, but I'm not exactly familiar with the world of male prostitution.
More like drug prostitution.
Oh, Mr. Rockaville's escort, sir. It's like just fucking go like, oh yeah, the dude was a fucking sex addict.
Let's go.
I mean, he was kind of old, but he wasn't really that ugly, I guess. Maybe flamboyant folks are into that. I completely failed to see the appeal, but whatever. So long as they were happy, I don't care.
So, what did the two of you do exactly?
These guests would show up at the back door every night, and Mr. Rockefeller would have us collect a fee from his suitors and allow them to enter the mansion. Then we'd turn a blind eye and let them go about their business. We thought about telling Evelyn, but we think she knows anyway. He tried to be subtle about it, but sometimes they were really loud. I think she knew something was up. Maybe she was his pimp. She is pretty.
You know, they've got a point.
Yeah, they got a point. There really is no Minex deal here. Our
no
Minex
Minex.
dealers are just all gay.
Just this whole
Yeah,
thing.
maybe.
Something tells me the two of you are horribly, horribly confused about this. Anyway, do the two of you have any problems or personal history with Mr. Rockvale?
No, not really. Sometimes he'd get cross at us if we forgot to do something, but overall he was a pretty good boss. I still don't know why anyone would murder him.
Because he knew too much. Because his dick was too fat.
Because he didn't put out the one night. Maybe it was a jilted ex-lover who grew too attached to him. Or maybe they wanted him to give up his life of prostitution and run away with them. But he said no, and they reacted violently.
Oh, he said no.
Oh, man. That'll make us sense. Oh, that'll make us... I love doing the Chinese voice for these two.
I'll leave you two girls to it. I'll be back later if I need anything.
Yeah, thank you, Max. We're gonna go have some, like, weird yaoi fantasy fan fictions.
What the fuck?
Remember that was a popular thing on the internet?
Yowie?
Yaoi fan fictions. I mean, they're still probably popular, but I mean, like, back in the day, during, like, the early days of, like, anime fandoms, yaoi was just really big for some reason.
Got those Yowie hands. It was as big as the hands.
Yaoi hands.
Those girls seemed pretty convinced that the butler was running a male prostitution ring, even though it doesn't make any sense at all. We know for a fact that the butler was involved with producing Minix at the manor, so maybe those two maids were just completely oblivious to what was actually going on. That sounds pretty likely. They could have just come up with a story about male prostitutes on the spot to cover their asses, though. That's just as likely. They can't have been that naive. I don't know.
I thought they were scamming Evelyn, and
yeah,
they weren't.
We know a woman that was involved with Minix production, but I think I'm looking at this from the wrong angle. I need to find the murderer and tie it back to Minix, not the other way around. I'll just keep going in circles otherwise. Alright, let's try talking to someone else. Alright. This lady. Becky. Don't murder me. Ellipsy. Sorry, I'm getting a little chumpy. Apparently there's evil twins now? I don't like where this is going. Just because there's evil twins doesn't mean you're in a... I don't want to die next. I want to go home.
Please, Papa.
If you keep screaming and drawing attention to yourself like this, the murderer is more likely to kill you. Exclamation point. Oh man. Just stay calm, everything is fine. We've got the whole place on lockdown. If the whole place is on lockdown, then where was that second maid hiding? The mansion isn't on lockdown at all. I'm next, aren't I? I'm gonna die! Do I have to shoot you with my stun gun? I'll be good. Good. Now I need to ask you a few questions again, alright? Alright. Did you work with the butler often? Well, yeah, Mr. Rockville was my boss. I didn't work with him all the time, but I sometimes work weekends on one of the Le Castro trains. But I've never worked. But I've never worked a shift at the mansion where he wasn't here.
When he wasn't here. I know the
And
sentence says where, but
yeah.
spell check.
And did the two of you get along? Um, I suppose so. He was a bit of a jerk, and I know he got cross at Alfred a lot, but I never really had any issues with him. Once he wouldn't let me take my bathroom break, even though I really needed to pee, but I didn't want to murder him over it. Well, maybe I did at the time, but not seriously. I wouldn't actually kill anyone. Uh-huh. And you only knew him through work? You didn't ever spend time with him outside the mansion? I don't think so. He rarely ever left the mansion. I didn't really have that much to do with him. He mostly kept to himself. Now that I think about it, I don't even know his name. Interesting. That should do me for now, Becky. Finding anything else, I know where to find you. Don't leave me. I need full-time police protection. Oh man, I don't like this. Alright.
Yay, now it's time for one of my favorite voices again.
Time for Zaruto.
Time for Zaruto.
Hey Zara, you got a sec?
Did you hear about the evil twins? There's two maids now.
I know, right? It's ridiculous.
They look eerily similar to each other. I think they might be clones.
Maybe.
Ooh, or maybe the robots. Some mad scientist created them in order to have her own army of robotic maid slaves.
That'd be pretty pog. Okay, now you're just being ridiculous.
You haven't seen the things I've seen. I still can't look at Jelly without having a panic attack. I don't remember the Jelly being a thing in her route.
It's Dinah. Dinah's the
Dinah?
jelly.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he turns
Like,
into slime.
you think, but she doesn't really like show it off that often. Especially with her amazing, just like surprised face, right? That was the best face ever.
Okay.
Nothing has topped that, and I don't think it ever will because this game uses anime faces. Now that there's two Trixies, that means my chances of going on a date with one of them has doubled. I finally have a cute maid girlfriend who can look adorable and clean my house at the same time. It'll be amazing.
Hate to break it to you, dude, but 2 times 0 is still 0.